Hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. It's the last Sunday in January. Can you believe that? We're already done with 1 month. And here we are with the first paper pumpkin of the year. This was a beautiful paper pumpkin, in my opinion. I love stamps. I love that kind of vintage looking thing that the stamps can give. And these were, let me see if I can, sorry, so I can follow along. These were the projects that you could do with it, with with the special delivery paper pumpkin, and they're very nice on their own. But of course, I had to create some alternatives for you. And one thing I didn't do this time, which I usually do, is hi Deborah, how are you? Is use the envelopes for that. So for I destroy the envelopes and use them. But the envelopes are so cute and they match the car so well that I just didn't want to do it. Anyway, I did other things, and I'll show you in a second. All right. So here's a first alternative. Is an easy Z fold that uses the big stamp, one of them that came in the set, and the flowers. So it's very similar to this design, but I made it into a fan fold. And I made it vertical instead of horizontal. Then next we have this one with the big rose. I was thinking also the big rose can also be cut here and to put more three-dimensionality to it. But I think this is, for this, like we have the embossed background using the new paper, shimmer paper, pastel shimmer paper. And of course I made mine into a birthday card. And the one of these elements that come in the set were these scalloped ovals, so to speak. Let me see if I can find one or if I use them all. Did I use them all? I don't think so. There should be one left. My count. Yes, there is one left. So this is the one. So I'm cutting this in half to create this kind of layer that looks like it's wrapping around the car. And then number 3, again, a little similar to this, the one that came here, but a little different too. Because I use these flowers for another card, I'm using the stamps. I'm not raising them all. I have like differences in what is raised with dimensional, someone is not. But on top of it, I used the big stamp shape. That's the base of the card, and then it comes with a smaller card that you can just put behind, so it opens like that. All right, but I wanted to use it for this one, just because I used the big rose. This background was for this one, and then the last one. Hi Emma, how are you? You guys watching the NFL matches today? See who's going to the Super Bowl? I know Emma is a Super Bowl football fan. And well, this is the last card. I created a background that was very vintage, shabby chic looking, which it's very much my style. I love this kind of designs. And I use some of the stamps that come in the set, which are these. Some of them, but I also use some others that I had around. Oh, you're watching, yes. Any favorites, Emma? Anyway, so let's get started, okay? Because I'm here talking and talking, and I'm not showing you anything other than what I've already done. So I'm going to leave this card for the last because it would take us a little bit longer. For last, sorry, not for the last, for last. So we'll start with the easy simple. Let's see. For the easy simple, yeah, I am hoping that, you know what, Emma hopes that the LA, everybody can see the comments now because I put them on now. Like I found out how to do that, and I kind of like it because then I can see both the comments from Facebook and the comments from YouTube, which is good for me because the ones from YouTube I usually don't see. Anyway, I would just like, as Emma knows, I choose a team every year that goes to the Super Bowl. I'm not a big football fan, but I do watch the Super Bowl, and I go to a friend's party. And this year, and then I choose a team, and I buy a blingy t-shirt of that team, and I support that team, because once you support a team, it makes it more interesting to watch the Super Bowl. But I don't care much. I decided at the end. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Thank you. And I'm glad you like the cards. So I choose a team, and I'm not very loyal. I'm sorry about that. Hope I'm not offending anybody. But I buy the blingy t-shirt, and it's sometimes hard to get them on time, because you only have 2 weeks before they ship them and make them for you and everything. So I try. I have a collection. I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I have the 49ers. I have what is the one with the tiger? I forgot. See, this is so bad of me. I can't remember. The Detroit, could it be Detroit Tigers? I don't know. Bengals? I don't know. Anyway, and I have the Rams. So I'm hoping that the Rams win, so I don't have to buy a t-shirt. But if the Rams don't win, I don't want to support the Patriots, because kind of Tom Brady ruined the Patriots for me. So I'm going to support then the Seattle Seahawks. So I hope that the Rams win, but that's what I've decided. Anyway, so you saw how I did with the C fold. You fold the card inside out, and then you just flip the front, and just to create the C fold where you see the background, right? And then we're gonna just put this here, center. Bengals, yes, I knew that. I'm so bad. Yeah, it's the Bengals. Teresa is right. So I have that one too. And you can choose however you wanna. This could go either way. It could go this way. Actually, let's do it this way this time. I'll do it back. And I'll put the stamp here. Actually, let's stamp this first. Yes, before we do that. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much and I'm getting distracted. Talking other things are not crafting. All right. So the color that came in the ink spot was Poppy Parade. So I'm gonna use Poppy Parade, but the big one. And I'm gonna just stamp a couple of times, like so. And then I'm gonna get the other one. I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay, and I'm gonna put one inside. And I wanna put this one, and maybe I'll do it that way. This is from the textured notes, one of the rectangles, the layering rectangles. If you don't have it, you can just cut, I think it's 3.5 by, let's measure it. It's actually 3.25 by 4 3/4. Basically, it has to be a little smaller than your face card, so your front card, so it would cover it. All right, so just a matter of assembling this. I should have done this later. I should have put my card the front first to make sure that it covers it, but I can do it the other way around too. And it covers it. All right, so I'm just gonna put glue. Remember to glue. It's less than halfway to the left. Because otherwise the glue will come out here and distress our bottom. Oh, and at the end of the 4 cards, I want to show you another thing that I did. another card that I made. And I was wondering if you would be interested in learning to make it, but that will come later. I'm sorry. I think there was some glue in residue on my glass mat and it got into the car, but that's why glue erasers are handy. All right, so we have the car. We could leave it like that, but of course we have the beautiful flowers that we can put as 3D flowers, especially because I like that they have the golden inlay. So I'm just gonna curl them a little bit, some down and some up. I will do all of them down to break the fibers of the paper, and then just selectively choose one or two just so they look a little bit more natural like that. And I think this one, is it? Yes. And I have to find out which way it goes because it's so soft how it's here. I think it's this way. Yes. Then we need dimensionals or favorite friends. I'm sorry, I meant to put paper so you don't see the glare of my lights so much, and I totally forgot. So I apologize for the glare. I hope it's not too distracting. I'm gonna put 2 and more or less make them match. We said it was this way, right? Yes. Like this. I think I'll call this out too. Like so. And we do the same with the other ones. This one goes like that. Yes. I think 1 dimension I will do for this little one. Did you enjoy your paper pumpkins, or if you have them? I really like this one. I like stamps, and especially when you make them look more vintagey. I love that. And that goes like that. So that will have 2 dimensionals. You're not seeing how I'm putting the dimensionals, and I don't know why my setup is so weird today. Oh, I see. This is, there we go. I think this will be better. Oh, you did not order this one? I had it and now I don't have it. I think it's the other way around. Yes, this. Yes, that's how it goes. I used to pick and choose my paper pumpkins, but then I decided that then when I see them and when other people get them and people post pictures, I always have kind of FOMO. So I decided that I'm gonna get it always, and I can always make something with them that I like. So even if it's not my super favorite theme, I can always find a way. So this is card number 1. Simple. Oh no, we need to put the yeah, I think it will go here. Not much room. Because it's designed to go here, but I should have put the stamp farther up. Or I can do it like that, and you can just see them. But there's too much room there. Yeah. No, maybe I can put it right there. Yeah, I like it in the center. I think that's good. All right, so we're gonna do sending love. Where's my sending love? Did I put it back? Yes, I did put it back. I can hear, I don't know if it's noticeable. Hi, Annie, how are you? I can hear, and I don't know if you can hear as well, the people are shoveling outside. It's not quite a bit. I went out just to get out of the house and went out for a little walk. It wasn't easy. Thank you for joining, Annie. See, I'm happy that I have it now on screen because then I can see the comments for Paper Pumpkin. Because when I watch what I have on my screen on my computer is the Facebook one, and it doesn't show everything. Anyway, I'm learning little by little. Can you believe it? All right, I'm gonna put it just with glue. And I'm putting the glue on the left side because I don't want it to mess up. I like it in the middle. Kind of has like a V kind of thing. I like it. What do you think? Which one do you like best? The top one or this one? I think I'm liking this one. Anyway, moving on. Car number 2, we'll make this one. I made it into horizontal. I like horizontal cars. I'm using Very Vanilla as my car base. It's one of the colors of the set. So you get yourself an 8.5 by 5.5 and score at 4 1/4. And let's score it first. I just changed my blade, so my cutting blade, not the scoring blade. Because remember that I was getting fussy last week? So I just have a fresh one. This cut to prepare the car was done before the fresh one. But anyway, I see it's not exact. But we'll make it exact. All right. So then I wanted to use, as I said, the pastel shimmer specialty paper because it comes in bubble bath, which is one of the colors of the set. So I pass it through the embossing folder, Distress Style, 3D embossing folder, which I love. Because see, it looks like things are not, there's distress, some things are embossed and some others look more flat, but I love it. I love this vintagey looking style. And we're just gonna glue it. Yes. No, we're not gonna glue it yet because we need to put the ribbon, Candy. Thank God I forgot. I remember. You know me, I always forget that part. So because I'm gonna put the ribbon, but we have to do the front first. Okay. Let's do the front first. Let me find my silicone mat, not to mess up my areas because there's a little bit of glue now. Just very little. So, as I was explaining, I cut this oval in half, and then rather than have it in the center, I have it like hugging the card. That's my idea of the hug. I mean, not. So I'm just gonna fold it in half. Because of the scallop thing, it's very hard to measure. So what I did is that I folded it in half like that. And now I'm gonna cut it where the line is. And that will be helpful. Maybe it'd be helpful. Maybe I'll put it flatter. Maybe I'll do it the other way so I can see. I don't know. With the light here, it's hard for me to see if I'm not on top of it. But I can feel it. I think it's around there, right? Okay, I'm gonna get it closer. I can see. I'm sorry if I'm off camera for a second. There. I have my 2 halves that I'm gonna adhere like this. And if you don't have this distress embossing folder, you can still do the same idea of the car by using just a simple, or you don't have the pastel shimmer, you can use just simple bubble bath and do it like this. Or any other embossing folder that you have with bubble bath. Or any other color of the set. I just like the bubble bath. For this one, we're centering it and gluing it that way. Do the same thing on the other side. Happy to see that my glue is working today. As I was doing some cards before, and the heat, I think it dries the nozzle, the glue in the nozzle of the bottle, and it makes it very hard to work with. But I cleaned it before coming live, so it looks like it's working. All right, then I'm not gonna put the ribbon now, and I'm doing my technique, put a little bit of stamping seal plus. Hi, Sandy. I hope you're not too tired of shoveling. And then we need the ribbon, which I'm using gold striped mesh ribbon. How I do it, I just put a little bit here. And I see already that it's not centered. So I take it off and move it back up. And that. Now that I have it down, I can cut it. That's my way to not waste too much ribbon. And if you don't like it, the good thing about this, you can just lift it and reattach it until you have it where you want it. All right. If I would leave it like that, I would put a little bit of turn tape underneath this so it doesn't leave, but we're going to have the flower in the middle, so we don't need to do that. All right. And now we can glue this. Let me put the ribbon away. And the reason I use Very Vanilla is because this oval has a Very Vanilla, so I think it ties it all very nicely. I'm so happy you're catching us, Sandy. You're not going to work because of the snow? All right, so then all we need to do is I'm gonna put the flower first, and I'm gonna tuck in the greenery, and then I'll leave the sentiment for last. Same as before, I like to curl these die cut so they look, I'm not gonna say a little bit more natural, but they're not very natural. Oh, and I forgot, for this one I also used sponge dauber to put some ink around it. So we're gonna do that too. I think I didn't want to use because the red was too much. I think I used the pink, and I think I used an old favorite, Rococo Rose. But any pink darker pink will do, like maybe moody mauve, or if you can do it with the with Poppy Parade as well. So I'm just doing a little bit on the petals and see the difference. Well, I'm glad you don't have to work, Sandy, as long as you get paid, right? I'm gonna go to work, but of course I work 3 blocks from my house, so I don't have much excuse about commuting or anything, as long as I can walk. All right, so I think I did all around, and now I'm gonna do a little bit on the middle just to have a little bit more, so it's not all the time the same. It's not super noticeable, but I like it, a little touch. All right. Now I'm gonna curl this a little bit. So they're not super flat. And I'll put it like that. I'm gonna glue it with a glue dot in the center, and I'm gonna put where it's lifted a couple of dimensionals. Oh my, Teresa, that sounds messy. The ice, right? That's what's happening here, probably in New York, as all the snow, and it's been since 3 p.m. It's not really snowing. It's kind of like this frigid rain that is falling. So it just adds ice to the top layer of the snow, and that can be messy tomorrow. But as I said, I don't have to go too far, so that's fine for me. I'm lucky that way. All right, so now we just need a little glue dot. Oi! All right. And center that like that. Then what I did, I just cut this because I didn't want it like that, like because it would cover too much. So I just cut some elements of it. So these 3, I think I left together, if I remember correctly. I'm also gonna fold this in the line, like to follow the vein a little bit. And this one, just gonna give it like a wave. And this one I leave like that. All right, so now we tuck it in. Oops. Like so. And I like it like that. So now that I like it like that, it got stuck a little bit with the dimensional that I already have, but I'm gonna put a couple of glue dots there. One here. And then probably one here behind the bud. Let's go for it. All right. It's a little different than this one. I think I may have cut this so it will go farther out, but it's okay. I like it like that. Then I put this tucked in like that. So I'm just gonna put a glue dot behind that. important that it doesn't go through the frame up there. I'm gonna put a glue dot behind this but so to make sure that it doesn't move when I put my card in and out the envelope. There. And then these ones, I put two here, down here, and then I cut one of the leaves for the other one because it was getting covered by the rose, and it's like then a waste of a leaf, right? So this one will go like that. And this one will go like this. Or that. Because here we're going to have a ribbon, so we're going to put it like that. Yeah, I think that's nice. So I'm going to fold it a little bit for more 3D effect. Like that. And this one. Thank you, Sandy. I'm happy you like it. As I said, I found this kit very inspirational. As Annie was saying, it's really, really nice. So, oh, I forgot to fold these. But I'm gonna do it right now, and I'm actually gonna secure them with a glue dot too. This one I should have curled before I put it down. But there's always time. I liked it lifted. All right, like so. And then I'm gonna put a mini dimensional behind that wave. All right, well, I don't know what happened with the back of my dimensional. Well, you know, they tend to disappear, right? And appear in the weirdest places. We've all experimented that, I'm sure. There. All right. So now we have our sentiment. Let me get rid of the garbage. And our sentiment, I wanted to make it into a birthday card, right? So I'm using this one that says, today is all about you, happy birthday. This comes from, let me see, it's Nature, the Nature Sweetness, Notes of Nature, the Nature Sweetness suite that we used to have. I love this. And we're going to use some of these stamps to make the background of the last card. But anyway, but as you see, it's a little tight. And it's not a photopolymer, so I cannot really see exactly what I'm stamping. So what I'm going to do, and I hope it works, but if not, we have another one. Yes, yes, guys, thank you for answering that, Teresa. Yes, this is the pastel shimmer paper that I'm using. But if you don't have it, it comes in bubble bath and Lost Lagoon, no, Pool Party, and one yellow. I can't remember which yellow it is. But if you don't have it, you can use double bath itself. So how I'm doing it is just because I cannot see when I turn it upside down, I'm gonna put my label on top and hope for the best. It worked before, so I'm just pressing it. And it's good enough, I think. Happy birthday, today is all about you. It's very tight fit, but I like it. And this piece came in the set, so we're gonna use it as is. And we're gonna put it like this in dimensionals. There we go. And to finish it up, we're gonna put some rhinestones and a little bow. Optional. Well, everything is optional. These are just ideas. But of course, if you don't like exactly as I'm doing, you can always tweak and make it your own with your chosen touches. All right. Just playing with it until I have it like I like it, and I like it like that. Just put a couple of dimensionals glue dots there. That's it. And for the embellishment, I used the strawberry, like it's not exactly bubble gum. Is these ones that are the one I no, but I could use that actually if I don't find the other ones. Yeah, let's use these ones. Well, I don't know what here. These are the other ones I was gonna use. These are strawberry slash and pretty pink gems. And yes, I know this is bubble gum, but honestly, they look cute anyway. Or I think for variety's sake, I'm gonna use these ones. These are pearlized faceted circles. And pearlized like my paper, but it's like kind of shimmery, pearlized shimmer. All right, I'll use the pink ones. I will use a big one of the pink ones. There. And a little bit of the pink ones here. And then I'll use a big one for here as well. All right. So there you go. That's my second card. And inside I put the rose. So let's do that too. Sorry. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. Oh, look at where the backing of the dimensional went. Found it. At least it won't end up on my floor that it just vacuum. That's what I did today because I didn't leave the house for most of the day. All right. So let's move on. Card number 3 is going to be this very sweet card, I think. Because I had a piece of the shimmer paper. I used it here as well to cut. This is from Dainty Flowers, but you can use whatever you want if you have it. Because I use it. This set came with these very cute blue flowers, but I use them for the other card, so I don't have 2 of them to make 2, like my sample card and this one. So I use something else, but you can use this one just as well. Or you can even cut pieces of it and just use, if you cut it here, you could use this part and then this top part for another card. So anyway, but that's how I did it. I used mine for another thing. So I'm using the Dainty Delight flowers, but I'm sure we all have flowers that we can use. So, okay. So this is the big card that I was telling you that comes with the note card that you adhere behind, and that becomes your card base. Okay. I'm going to put the card base at the end. So not now. So I have my pieces here. all prepared. I have more than what I need, just in case. And these are, the stamps are so cute. I love them. I wish we had more of these. Thank you, Kate, and thank you for joining. Oh, we have 6 people. That means raffle. Raffle time. I have to think of something. Either a trivia question or maybe guess the number. Let me think about it. And Deborah, I know I owe you a gift. I haven't been able to go to the post office last week, so I'll send you a little token this week. And whoever wins this raffle will get something as well for me. Okay, so I'm separating the stamps first, and one of them comes empty, so you can use it for your sentiment, which is what we're gonna do. And I saw somebody using this part to make alternatives, which is not a bad idea. Like if you use the back so you don't see the colors here, kind of you can give it like, make a kind of a frame, multi-frame card front. So you decide if you want to keep it or not. I don't think I'm going to use it. That is true. The washi tape flowers. Actually, that's what I think it was Laura Secchi that I saw doing that. It's one of the Canadian demonstrator. And she used the washi tape flowers because they're kind of that style, right? And I have a bunch of them cut, so I could have used that. Good idea. All right. So let me get ready for this card, because the first thing that we need to do is stamp on the base a little bit some of these postmark signs. Okay, let me organize for a second. All right. Because I need my green. Garden green is one of the greens. It's Mossy Meadow and Garden Green that are part of the set. And where's I need to wash. Oh, this is so dry. That's not it. Maybe the other one. Thankfully, I have two. One that is moist to clean the stamps, so I can use them now with Garden Green. And the airmail, where am I gonna put it? I've used this one already. So, well, actually, I have one here. The airmail. Do we have a smaller one? No. A big one. Well, whatever. I'll just use this one. Too big a block, but so this airmail one, using Garden Green, I'm putting it outside the frame because I know that most of the frame is gonna be covered by the stamps, and then we're gonna do the love. So if it doesn't matter that it's incomplete, because it's more postmark like that way, right? And then we're gonna use here we'll do another love in the middle like I did. I don't know if we will show or not, but it doesn't matter. And then this one right here in this corner. All right, I think we have enough for now. Oh, let me clean this flower, because since I have the stamp all together, right? Everything will do all the stamping at once. So I want a faint image of the rose here in my label. I'm gonna use bubble bath. It's faint, but that's exactly what I want because I'm gonna stamp my sentiment on top of it. And my sentiment is gonna be a happy birthday from the go-to greetings. But you can use whatever you want. You can use some of the sentiments just for you, or like one that fits here. Okay. All right. So that's my label. I like how it came out. And now we just assemble. And it's kind of like making a puzzle because you have to, if you want to use all of them, you can use less, of course, but I'm going to use it just like I did it this time because, as I said, you want to make sure that they all fit. So this one was glued just like so. See, this is what happens because Candy didn't close the cover. Oh. Sorry. Oh, there we go. And yes, some of our stamping will be covered, but we don't mind. I use for a guide how they set it up in the pin card that came in the design. Something like that. This one goes on dimensional. Just 2 dimensionals will do. And they overlap a little bit, which is fine too. That was what I wanted. That they're all at different heights. Then this one gets glued right there. And it overlaps a little bit, that one. But I don't mind, as I said. I can't see with the light. Okay, yes, fine. All right. And then we're gonna put this one here, this bigger one here in the corner, like that, in dimensionals. I'm gonna use 4 for this one. It's true, but I'm too lazy. Teresa says to put it in a cup. Usually I have a place next to in my station that puts it outside down like this. But because I'm using it now for that, I don't cover it. I have it next to me and it dries. So, but it's true, especially with the heating on, I should be more mindful of that. Then this one is gonna go right here with the glue that I now have to open. Okay. It's also at the end, so we just... Yeah, I make this match with that, the scallop edges of this stamp. And this one, I'm gonna close the glue because I don't need it right now. Also with dimensionals. And this is nice enough like that, right? That's what I think. But then I like the idea of the flowers that they have in the original design, the blue flowers. But as I said, I'm using them for something else. So I'm gonna use these from the TD Lights. And I use this from Old Olive, which is not a color that was part of the set, but it kind of goes even better, I think, than the green. What do you guys think? The garden green, I mean. I think these are softer. Is it the end? 10 seconds left. Ooh, I didn't know if it was the end or not. I see this was not cut properly, but I can disguise it. See, in a smaller flower like this. And I'm gonna crop it. I think I'm gonna use these guys. Seattle one. Okay, Candy will get a Seahawks t-shirt if I get it on time. Oh, sorry. All right, so you like both, Teresa? Yeah, I guess I could use the other one too. It says that it's the set of garden green, but it just looks very strong. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna put it like that, and then I'm gonna use a garden green stem. And this was, as I said, from the NTD Lights. We need glue dot. God, I'm using a lot of glue dots today. Look at that. This is the second time I cut the strip. And in the back, I'm just putting a glue dot right where I can, that I don't think it would be too seen. And then I'm just going to put the stem, glue the stem. And that's my little lily or whatever flower that is. I'm going to put a glue dot here where they meet. Thank you for the hearts, people. There. And of course, there's the glue that you can see, but I'm going to put the little new. It's balmy blue, but I think, yeah, balmy blue gingham ribbon. Make a little ball, tiny, because it's just to hold the flowers together. So I want a little one this time. Yes, something like that. All right, maybe it's too long. All right, these are not my ribbon scissors. I can tell. Then using the same glue that I'll put another one just for security, but I think it would be enough with that glue dot, but just for security. There. All right. And now we're gonna put a dimensional back here. And a dimensional here, actually a small dimensional, a mini dimensional behind our ribbon. And we're gonna place it so it doesn't cover our text, but also that this, how about that? It's a little different than my other one, but that's okay. All right, so that's our front of the card. And now, as I said, all you have to do is attach this note card. Actually, let me fold it properly. That came in the set, just white. Okay. I didn't know where I was. Make sure that it's the right side up. And center. And that's it. And then we're gonna put, actually I should have stamped it before when we were doing all the stamping. I did both the rose and the stamp. I don't know if I like them like that, but anyway. I think I had used the bubble bath. And it's a little, like I had used Poppy Parade, sorry. And bubble bath is a little softer, so we'll see if that works better. And we'll use that one. Do this. All right. All right, so that's card number 3. You like? Let me put this away. Now I have enough to make another flower. And I have more stamps in the set, so I can use them for that. All right, so on to the last card. Now, while I'm putting things together, I'll write a number for a raffle. Let me get a pen. And it will be first that I see in the comment to guess a number from 1 to 25. All right. Last card is the vintage looking one. I love making cards of this style. Not 23, not 21. Keep guessing. Not 24. So I love doing cards in this style. And for this one, I used, hopefully I prepared it. Where's my, oh, here. It's in front of me. Not like I'm trying to prepare by looking at your comments too. 17, Teresa. Yes, you win. You said it. Yeah, yes, 17. Teresa won. 17 is the first that I saw that said 17 was Teresa. So you win, Teresa. You'll get a little pack of embellishments from me. Hopefully I can go to the post office on Tuesday or later the week. All right, so let's focus on that now that the raffle is done. Thank you for participating. So I use the die that comes in the add-on dies that makes the stamp this size. And if you use it, I don't have it. Do I have it with me? No, I have it there, I think. Oh, well. But you can actually make it smaller by like making, like cut to smaller stamps, to square stamps or whatever, by positioning your die in a different, smaller way. But anyway, because the stamps have like the little white around it, stamps like these ones did, the ones they gave us in the set, right? Like the white thing around it, especially for this one. Just with the same idea, I used a blending brush and I tried to cover this with washi tape and the same. If it's not super aligned, it's fine, but it will still work. But we're gonna start with that. That's what I wanted to do this card the last because it's a little bit more elaborate. My pleasure, Teresa. So Teresa will be getting something and Deborah will be getting something because I wasn't ready. I mean, I haven't sent her the one that she won last time. So with washi tape, I'm doing this. And then I'm grabbing, what color did I do it? Pink. Okay, pink. All right. But I didn't do bubble bath because it was, I think, too soft. So I used Rococo Rose, but you can use whichever pink you want. If you want to use bubble bath, you can use that. And just going around. And I don't care if it's as much because this is a vintage looking card. So smudges are desirable. So I'm not starting from the outside necessarily. Also because I don't want to make a mess in my table right now. Just adding some color. And then we'll add even more. We'll age it. See if I was not too crooked. But if it is, it doesn't matter because we're going to cover it with the flowers. So I can disguise it. And so far, so good. It's a little small. But that's okay. And this is a little big. Actually, this one, I would like to do a little bit more. So I can do a little bit more on that one. Hopefully the line won't be too marked. Let's see. Oh, perfect. It disguises it very well. Of course, I'm going now to the parts that I shouldn't go, but it doesn't matter. Just a little bit. Still big, but a little better. But you get the idea, right? All right, so moving on. I'm gonna leave this out because we may need it again. We actually are gonna need it again. I'm gonna cut this, clean this, sorry, stamp, and one of these stamps that came in the set, I'm just gonna put it right there. And even without inking it again, I'm just gonna do that for a little bit of more texture in the background. All right. I think we're done with the, well, we may not be done with the pink because now we have to do the other. The car base. So I'm gonna get crumb cake. I'm gonna age this a little bit. I'm gonna get crumb cake and a sponge dauber and just go over the white edges and even inside a little bit. So it looks like it's aged. Something like that, and even here in the middle. Now we have an aged stamp. Leaving this out as well because we're gonna need it for the car. So I'm using crumb cake. No, is this basic beige? Sorry, I think it is basic beige, right? Let me double check that because I cut it. It is basic beige. Sorry. So it's basic beige, but we're gonna age it, and it's a good thing that I cut it with when my blade was a little dull already. And I'm just gonna put random stamps. I want to make sure that they're all clean because I want them in different colors. So if you don't have a lot of vintage stamps, you can use the ones that come here. We're gonna use them, but I wanna use some other ones too. Like I'm gonna do them first in crumb cake and just go around and just do several ones of them. I don't mind that they're not all the same of visible like that. And then I'm gonna use some with text. So as I said, this was from, where is this from? This one is from, is it Elements of Text? No, it's not Elements of Text. I think it was one of these nature ones, no? Oh, I remember. This is from Ranunculus Romance. Look, this one, if you have it, it has this that you can use. It has this lacy thing that you can use. It's just to give texture to your card. Actually, I'm gonna do this one right there. I mean, didn't stamp very well, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna do it also in a darker color as well, someplace else. And I'm using soft suede. I know I'm using retired colors, but you use whatever you want or whatever you have. It doesn't matter. So I used this a couple of times. Let's see what else, or what other stamps I can use. For my original card, I had used some stamps that are not Stampin' Up! Stamps, but you know, we can use other stuff too. Whatever you have, as I said. I'll show you that I got from my Secret Santa. I like this one with the Eiffel Tower. And they're all very vintagey looking. Aren't they cool? They came with no name, so I don't know who makes them. But they were really, really cool. Some of them have music. Actually, let me use one of them. Why not? This is the new motto for the year. Use what you have. You know? Whatever works, whatever you like. I'm gonna use the one with the music. There's actually several ones with music. Oh, and I also wanted to use, but I left it on my desk, but it's an idea if you have it. If you have that kit that was, I can't remember the name now. Let me go get it. Stamp in different directions a couple of times each stamp, and that starts to create the vision of what I wanted to show you. And we can put some flowers too, like, or rose, but the rose, I think I want it in Rococo Rose. Where's my Rococo Rose? Yes, I love my faves. Yes, that's why they're still with me, Teresa. I should have torn it, but it's okay because it's gonna get covered. Many of them are gonna get covered, so it doesn't really matter. We did the love. We can do one of them in pink. This one, for instance. What's the kit that has the butterflies and it's very vintage looking? I have it out and I just forgot the name. You guys remember? Know what I'm talking about? It was something elegant. I'll go get it because it's driving me crazy. And let's do elements of text here. Elements of text also has this all looking dots kind of thing. That would be good. I'm running out of blocks. Well, I ran out of blocks, so I mean, that's what happens when you're doing this kind of card. Oh, and I didn't use this, the airmail thing. So let me use it. Airmail. And then I'll use it in another color as well. And I use it in the same color. I don't know what I cleaned it. It doesn't matter. And what else? We need more stuff. I was gonna use this, the old stuff. Yes. So let me grab another block. And this one will do like some spots there. And I need a couple of more things. Let's get another favorite. How about Very Versailles? And Very Versailles, we're gonna do in the lighter crumb cake because this is a very heavy motif, I think. And I'm gonna do a corner here. And what I wanted from that set is the butterfly. And I think I left it on my table because I like the butterfly for this as well. But I still need something else. Let me see what else I use in my original card. Oh, some of the stamps that came in that set that my friend gave me for Secret Santa has a butterfly. So why not use that? And then I don't have to get up. All right. I wish I had like so many more stamp blocks for doing this kind of thing. I'm gonna do it in pink. Yes, look how cool it looks, right? But then I can do it in brown too. Yeah, I like the splotches, the spatter too. I'm gonna do it in this other color. Let's see. And now for the corners, I don't mind what kind of stamp you use. You can just do different size of the same stamp. Just to finish it off. Okay. So now we are gonna distress it even further. Just closing my ink pads until I need them again, just because I think I'm gonna distress them with soft suede. Excuse my arm all the time in front of the camera. All right. So first of all, I told you this one takes a little longer, but I love the effect. I'm just gonna go around my card like this. Break the fibers. If it breaks a little bit, doesn't matter. You can break a piece if you so desire. All around. Look, this one broke a little bit. Yeah, like that. Right. And then we're going to turn with a first actually, let's do this first with the edge of your snips. Let me put the ink away so it doesn't get pressed down, so it kind of gets in there. It helps that you already broke the fibers with your by folding, but you know, I really distress, kind of like we found this piece of paper in grandma's attic kind of look. And look how pretty it is. All right. So something like that. And now we just sponge the heck around it. And also in the middle, especially in the parts where a little clean, oops, look what I did. See, you have to be careful with that. You can clean it at the end. By the way, this was 17 as I wrote it down. I forgot to show you. I can clean it at the end because this is gonna happen again. But it doesn't matter. It's cleanable. So the parts where there's not that much design, like sporadically like that, you can just H and then just rub. I'm cleaning it a little bit before putting it in my ink pad again. But I'll clean the ink pad when I'm done. Anyway. I said when I'm done, but I'm not patient. It's good to actually, when there's a fold, just put it right there so it kind of like, you know, it gets emphasized. God, I'm gonna have to clean this really well. You know, see how it's looking. If you like it, you can even scrunch it a little bit like that and go over the fold. I like actually that. You see, if you just get a wrinkle and then just put something like that, it just, grabs the ink better. All right. So I'll clean this after the live. You don't have to see me doing that. I'm going to close it for now. So now we have our card base. So let's start putting the card together. Linen thread. Where is it? Where is it here? I had it ready. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to put some linen thread around this several times. We tied it with a knot. And then we get another, well, I like to separate these threads. And it doesn't matter that it got too tight because I can actually cut it and make it fit in there. So it doesn't move. But, it's kind of, I want to open this so that you can see that there's more than one thread. And of course, I cut it now. It doesn't want to get out. There we go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be regular. That's the thing. All right. So now I cut a little bit, a longer piece of it too. Well, not much longer, but. And then I tied it around. Like, something happened. It's falling apart. It's separating the fibers in my linen thread. But it's actually a desirable effect. Then I'm grabbing 2 and 2 and I made a little bow. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. If not, we'll leave it as a knot, sorry. This is the short side. No, I'm gonna do it the other way around. This. And it's okay that it's not the perfect bow, but it came out pretty nice. I'm gonna trim the edges. Actually, no, I'll leave them. I'll trim them. I was gonna tie a little bit of lacy stuff with it here. So remember the lacy ribbon? I still have a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's no longer, when I finish it, because of course it's not longer. The scalloped lace ribbon is one of my favorites that we've ever had. I use it all the time. I'm just gonna do a knot in the middle of my, like that. It's very shabby chic. At least that's my intention. All right. So now we have one of the card bases that came with it, which is the bubble bath one. I'm gonna stamp it with the stamps that came here. Just, I don't think we'll see much of it once I put my card on it. I'm gonna do Rococo Rose, just because it's the theme, kind of. And it's a little stronger than, so it's more visible. Actually, I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna put it right there. And then I'm gonna do one inside. All right. Oh, and since I have this up, I'm gonna do oh, I had the laser already here. Oh, well. I have a little piece for my label. Then I here. I'm gonna use a happy birthday, and this is the smaller happy birthday. Came from Monte Majesty, something like that, but it was like the old one that we had, not the latest that we had of paper pumpkin. It was something mountain, and it has cypresses in it. But I didn't want to, I was debating not to put anything on, any sentiment on this card. But I really wanted something that is not too intrusive, like this. And then I actually gonna cut it like that because I'm gonna distress it anyway, so I don't care that it's not crooked, that it's not straight. I mean, you know, just there. There, and now it's a little too wide, I think. Gonna cut it a little bit more. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go like this, and then we'll open it again. And that's my piece. That's how I want it. See if there's something left in this. No, there isn't. So I'm gonna get some more. Some suede. And I'm actually gonna put it in the middle as well, so it gets my wrinkles that I just made by scrunching it all up. All right. All right, that's good enough, I think. And now we put it all together. So first, our layer. I think I'm gonna have to throw out this sponge stopper. I'm just gonna put in the middle because I want it to be lifting the sides. All right. I liked it crooked, but keeping inside of the card base so it doesn't get stuck when we put it in our envelope. All right. This goes back to its place, and I want to separate them. But that's fine. All right. I like it a lot how it's coming along. I hope you like it too. Then we're gonna have this here. I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is way too pink, I think. whatever was left on my sponge dauber. Look how pretty it looks, right? I wish they were pink, but they're, like, because then it would go with the theme, but that's fine. It looks nice anyway. We'll put that like that. But I think I'm going to put this first. I'm just going to use glue dots and dimensionals because some of them are going to go up and some of them are going to go down. For instance, I think I put that one up and I think I put that one. Oops, where did it go? Oh, almost where it was supposed to. That one up. And how about that one? I don't know. This one is flat. Okay. So these two and the rest will just glue. So a little bit of glue dot we said. You can also use liquid glue, but I guess glue dots will be fine. But glue dots give it a little bit of dimension too. A little bit, which will work well. Last one. And remove the backing of the dimensionals. Oh, I could sponge a little pink on the flowers, but yeah, gonna leave them like that, I think. Now I see that I see too much of this sponged over here, so I'm gonna cut it in half. Well, not in half, but at least a little bit. So it's not seen. Nice, right? I could sponge a little pink. You are right. I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, but why not? Just in the center. So they have the color coordination touch. Just a little bit like that. Yes, that looks nice. Thanks for the suggestion, Emma. And then now with dimensionals, we're gonna put this. I'm not putting in the middle because I'm gonna straddle it through my finger here. And where is my sentiment? It's a little different than the other one, but of course, they're handmade cards. They're all different, right? That's the beauty of it. Actually, I should have put a glue dot in this because this is gonna go here and the rest is gonna go out. So let me remove that one. Put a glue dot instead here because it's gonna be on top of it and it already has a dimensional underneath. Like that. And to finish it up, some pink pearls from Blooming Pearls. I don't know if I think they're discontinued, retired, or whatever they call it, but I like them. And I want the little ones because, this is a delicate card, so we don't need an in-your-face I lost it. Like that. I like this car a lot. This is my kind of style. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining too. All right, so this is what I have for you guys. Oh, and I said that I was going to show you something because I want your opinion. So, well, first off, let's do a recap of the cards. The vintage, look, let me make room in my tiny little space. You know, they came, it's a little, oops, look, this one didn't get attached, the glue dot. Let me see there. I didn't press down enough. Yes. So it's a little different, but still, you know, that's the beauty of it. Never two the same. So we have this one. We have the Seafold. Much easier. We have the one with the stamps. Love this one too. Well, I love them all. And then we have the one with the embossed background and the rose in the middle. Okay. So these are the 4 cards that we've done today. But let me show you if I have it handy, which I thought I did. Yes, here it is. I think I showed you that in Christmas I made this rotating card for my niece. Well, it was for Christmas. I sent it to my niece in London, and she never got it. And even though I posted from the post office to make sure that it has enough postage and everything, I think it got lost. So it's a shame. So her birthday is coming up, so I made her another rotating card, and I want to show you. I used the envelope board to make this envelope. And this is the card that I made her. She loves baking. So it says, I bake, therefore I am. This is a stamp set that I got for free in at the Society of Scribes Christmas Fair. And I thought it was so cute because I thought of her, because it's this little bear, like with all all baking stuff. And then when you open it, let me see did you see it rotating? It's just like, okay, let me move this further up. Sorry, come on, let's go horizontal. There we go. Let's do it again. It's just like I don't have the room otherwise to show you the rotating stuff. Isn't it cute? And there's the bear with the result of his baking. And then for the inside, I use some of the stamps that come in that set. That is not a Stampin' Up set. I used the birthday celebration stamps as well. And I used some elements from Hobby Haven, the paper. So like this and this come from that. All right. So my question is, would you like to learn how to make it? Because if so, I can do a live that only makes this, because it takes a little bit of time. So if so, please say rotating card in the comments, and I'll schedule it for one upcoming live. All right. So that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the alternatives, and if you haven't made them, it's a beautiful set, and it comes in this beautiful box. I love it. And well, I'll see you next week with something new. Okay, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.